What's happening, guys? This is Shukesh once again, and today I'm gonna compare the speed of these two smartphones in real life scenario. I have the all new OnePlus 60 on my left and the Galaxy Note 9 on my right. So this is gonna be a very interesting speed test. Note 9 is almost twice the price of OnePlus 60, yet they share the same CPU, GPU and also the RAM. That is, I have the 6GB RAM variants, and as you can see, the Slingshot Extreme benchmark score is much higher on the new OnePlus 60. Now the most important fact you should keep in mind, I have the Exynos 9 Octa variant of Galaxy Note 9 here. Another fact worth mentioning here, the screen resolution of Note 9 has been set to Full HD Plus, which is the default resolution to make the test fair. So without any further ado, let's get started. There is no app running in the background on both phones, and I have disabled most of the smart features. So let's start the comparison with a boot test. The displays turned off almost at the same time, but we cannot decide which one was faster because the shutdown process is actually going on in the background. Now let's switch on the devices. There you go, Note 9 is slightly faster than OnePlus 60, so the point goes to the Samsung flagship. Now let's compare the fingerprint scanner speed test of the devices. You have the scanner on the back of the Samsung device, and the scanner has been moved from back to on screen on the new 60, which is one of the biggest upgrades on this new generation OnePlus. Now it may not be fair to compare a physical scanner with an on-screen scanner, but as you know, OnePlus 6 had the fastest fingerprint scanner, and as you can see, guys, though the on-screen scanner is slower, it's actually as fast as the Note 9, maybe slightly faster. So kudos to OnePlus for such a fast scanner. It's much faster than other smartphones featuring the same tech, but it does not work when the screen is off. You have to either turn on the screen or rely on the ambient display. So the point goes to OnePlus. Once again, there is no app running in the background. Now let's launch the system as well as the third-party apps and some games. I will also check the multitasking capability at the end. Now I will start with the dialer, and definitely OnePlus 60 wins this test. Next we have the messaging app, and once again 60 is snappier. Let's now check the Chrome browser. Definitely once again OnePlus wins. It's too damn fast. Note 9 is not even close. Next we have the gallery, and once again I think OnePlus is faster. The Oxygen OS, which is based on the stock Android UI, is playing a great role here. Next app I have for you is the cameras, and let's see what happens. This time Galaxy Note 9 wins. The camera on this OnePlus 60 takes some time to load, and also the shutter is comparatively slower, so the point is for Note 9. Currently the score is Note 9 2 and OnePlus 60 5. Next I want to check the YouTube playback. As usual, Note 9 loses, OnePlus 60 wins. Let's launch our new channel, Gadgets Portal Hindi, where I do the reviews in Hindi. You can watch this video itself in Hindi. It's available at youtube.com/gadgetsportalhindi. Looks like they were very close, but 60 might be slightly faster. So another point goes to the new generation OnePlus.
हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम टू गैजेट्स पोर्टल हिंदी यूट्यूब चैनल। और आज इस वीडियो में हम कंपेयर करने वाले हैं चार्जिंग स्पीड टेस्ट को इन चारों स्मार्टफोन्स। हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम टू गैजेट्स पोर्टल हिंदी यूट्यूब चैनल। और आज की वीडियो बहुत ही स्पेशल वीडियो है क्योंकि मैं आज बैटरी।
Next I have some third-party apps. Let's start with the Photoshop apps. This is Photoshop Express, and as usual you have the winner OnePlus 60. So it's just unstoppable. The latest Samsung flagship may be the best Android phone. Galaxy Note 9 cannot really keep up with the new flagship killer of OnePlus, though in this app Note 9 could manage to load the app faster than 60. Next we have Photoshop Sketch, and let's see what happens. Might be 60 was slightly faster, but there is a pop-up on the Note 9, so it's undecisive. I should call it a draw. Next we have Lightroom CC. Once again 60 beats the Note 9. Now one thing worth mentioning here, the current Android version of Note 9 is Android Oreo 8.1, whereas you get Android Pie, that is Android 9.0 on the OnePlus device. The Facebook app also opened faster on the OnePlus device, so another point here, and the same thing happens for the Instagram app as well. Next we have Twitter, and though they were very close, 60 still wins by a few milliseconds. I have 2 more apps to launch before I check the games. Flipkart opens quicker on OnePlus 60, and last but not the least, there is Amazon application, and once again 60 wins. So the final score for apps is OnePlus 60 13, Samsung Galaxy Note 9 just 3, and 1 draw. So the new OnePlus flagship beats the Samsung flagship black and blue. There is no doubt in that. 60 is just too damn fast. It's possibly the fastest Android phone in the market right now. OnePlus did a fantastic job here. Now it's time for the gaming test. Let's start with our favorite game, PUBG Mobile. As expected, OnePlus 60 loaded this heavy game much faster than Note 9. There you go, Note 9 is also ready, so in gaming as well, Note 9 is not a match for the OnePlus 60. The next game I'm gonna try is Asphalt 9. Once again, OnePlus 60 is the faster device. Next we have 6 Guns. There you go, another win for 60. The next game is Brothers in Arms 3. OnePlus 60 wins once again. Note 9 has no chance at all. So beyond doubt, in terms of speed, the new OnePlus 60 is the best, but wait till the end. I will check the RAM management, and in multitasking department, OnePlus devices does not do well. I will launch 3 more games before I check the RAM management. Note 9 is doing fairly well on this game Minion Rush, and maybe it wins this time, so 1 point for the Samsung device. Next we have Pokemon Go. And OnePlus beats Samsung once again. The last game for today is Subway Surfers. And once again OnePlus 60 is much faster than the Samsung flagship. So despite having almost half the price tag, the 60 offers much better performance than the Galaxy Note 9, which is being touted as the best Android phone. So if you need speed, there is no need to spend this much on this Samsung device. Get the OnePlus device and you will be more than happy. Now here comes the most crucial part, the multitasking, that is the RAM management capabilities, and once again both share the same amount of RAM, that is 6GB, which should be more than enough for a smartphone. Let's start with one of the first apps I have launched. This is the Chrome browser, and let's see what happens. Well, looks like both phones refreshed the app. Let's try YouTube, and there you go, both are reloading. So looks like 6GB is not enough for these devices. You might want to get the 8GB version for intense multitasking. Let's try a few more apps before we conclude. There is Photoshop Express, and we have no issue relaunching this app on these phones. The next app is Facebook, and it reloaded on the Note 9, and OnePlus 60 did not have any problem. So OnePlus is doing better. Let's try a few more. Looks like the Flipkart application refreshed on the OnePlus smartphone. So overall, I think in the apps, both phones are almost similar in terms of RAM management. Now it's time for the gaming, which will be the deciding factor. So I will start with the PUBG Mobile. There you go, the game is still in the RAM of the Galaxy Note 9 and it's struggling, or it's stuck on the OnePlus 60. The same thing happened on OnePlus 6. As you can see, the game is restarting on the OnePlus smartphone, so your gaming progress is gone. You have to start from the beginning. The phone basically kicked out this game from its RAM. So despite having the same amount of RAM, the RAM management of OnePlus 60 is not as good as the Galaxy Note 9. Let me show you a few more games before I end this video. There is Asphalt 9. And once again OnePlus 60 failed to keep the game in the background. So this is something OnePlus needs to address. They reserve some RAM and restrict background processes to save battery, I think. Let's also check Brothers in Arms 3 and the same thing happened. I've seen devices having 4 GB of RAM showing better multitasking capabilities. Let's give OnePlus 60 another chance and it failed once again. This is the last game I have launched and this game is also not in the RAM of this OnePlus flagship. So this is one of the biggest cons of 60 you should keep in mind while getting this phone. Otherwise it's an excellent device. For some reason OnePlus restricts the RAM usage. So we are at the end of this speed test and I hope that it was useful. I did a similar test versus iPhone XS Max and you should watch that video as well. That's all for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and keep in touch.